fun. All right, so video 101. The first thing I want everyone to leave with today is entertain, inform, and then persuade. Right? So everybody say that out loud. Entertain, inform, and then persuade. In that order. It's not persuade, inform, persuade, 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 buy, sell. No, it's entertain, inform, persuade. Entertain can be anything from watching me with my son first thing in the morning, which I do every day, to making people laugh, which we do on the Real Estate Rundown, right? Which is just a giant market update, by the way, but we'll get into that. It also increases your know, like, and trust factor, which you guys have heard me say before. And I'm gonna speed through everything. You will get copies of slides, but I wanna speed through it because I told Mercedes that we would go and we would do a special thing where we're actually gonna create content for you to leave with today. The reason we do video, right? The market belongs to those who market. I mean, if you guys don't have camera phobia, you're not this guy, that's awesome. This is gonna be really easy today. Frequency of valuable and authentic content creates familiarity and relevance, which builds, Susan, what's that word? Trust. That's it, trust. Do you know how many people come up to me and they're like, oh my God, I saw Hunter. Oh my God, he woke up this morning and he was just like, Dada. I'm like, it's borderline creepy. But then at the same time, they're like, they know my family. They know me, they know my wife, they know my dog, they know where I live. They comment about things in my life, and that's what video does. So today we're gonna talk about how not to be boring, knowing your audience, Tactical Tuesday, which sounds like a lot of people need, and then putting it all together and followed by a surprise. I was talking to Colin last night. We'll start here. You heard me do this before. This is a movie I watched the other night with my son. Apparently musicals are now on Amazon and Netflix. This is from Shrek, and there's this whole song about letting your freak flag fly. But it's all these different people who have totally weird things going on, and they just let themselves come out. And when you do that, you connect with your tribe. Right? And when you connect with your tribe, those are the ones who go out and preach for you and give you referrals. I am a band geek. I was in the marching band at Ohio State. It's the best college marching band in history, right? I'm also a theater geek, and I'll geek out about marketing. That's me. Colin is a marching band kid, and he's a theater nerd. He tells me about different directors in like Scarface and those movies that I've never seen, and I feel like less of a man sometimes because I've never seen those movies that him, half my age, has seen. But the point is, when you put out content that is about things you like, it resonates with other people. So we're gonna talk about 3 things: market updates, these are topic ideas you can do, behind the scenes, sharing market intel, and showing your life. How many people in here are actually using MarketQuest? Anybody? Like, I just used it in a listing presentation yesterday, and it was so great, because he's like, well, Keller Williams came in and they said they have this much of the market. And I'm like, ha ha ha, let me show you from the MLS. And I just showed him right there. You could use that in one of these topic ideas, but we'll start with market updates. Has anyone seen the new show Colin and I've been working on, the Real Estate Rundown? No? You have?
Is it on
Instagram. So it's just a gigantic market update. That's all it is. Instead of me going, there are 5 homes that went under contract this week. 2 more are coming. No, it's upbeat, it's lively, it's funny. People are like, haha, that's really funny. Thank you, Drew. And when I look at my Instagram analytics, it tells me that too. People are watching 25% of the show, which on average on Instagram video, they'll probably watch anywhere from like 3 to 10%. So they're watching it and they're coming back. We've made it an episode, right, Colin? A series. People always come back on Mondays.
Every Monday at 6 p.m.
Boom, every Monday at 6 p.m. So here's an idea. If you have a different personality, why not, maybe you're not like me, you're not super bubbly, but you're very stoic and serious. Here's an idea. Scott, do you know who who's the host of Nightline, that show? Lester Holt. Lester Holt, yeah. Why not do a market update, super serious like Lester Holt, amplify the seriousness, and just play around with it? It doesn't have to be perfect. But those people that already love you, the people who you've sold tons of homes to, which is why you came here, they're all gonna be like, oh, that's Scott. He's so funny. I love Scott. That's great. He is really serious. We should probably give Scott a call. Yeah. You thinking about selling? I'm thinking about selling. Let's call Scott. Right? Same thing for you, Susan. You have your family. You're not shy. So have a conversation with me in a very upbeat, fun manner, like you're talking to one of your kids while Colin films it.
I don't know if they would say my manner is upbeat and fun, but we'll try.
Colin, I just sold you off to Susan. I'm sorry, by the way. So this is Tom Toole. Tom Toole is another big guy in the ecosystem at Tom Ferry. Tom Toole does a weekly show called Tom's Take, right? And he just talks about the market. So I know what you're thinking, right? A couple things. You noticed how it's great production quality, right? You're also noticing that he has, hold on, let me go back to here. Can't do two things at once. Boom. Great production quality, and it has some animations, right? That whole Tom's Take thing that comes up. So are we all thinking, how do you do that, right? How do you get that done? Well, there's such thing as virtual assistants. Does anyone else have one in the room? A VA for $5 or $6 an hour in the Philippines that speaks incredibly amazing English. Arlene, you spoke to Arlene. Yep. She's like my right hand. And she has other VAs that they can go through and they can edit things like this at $5 or $6 an hour. It's perfect, right? So we're gonna get into how we do our shows together and how you can copy that format. This is just an idea. Behind the scenes, and we're gonna go through this quickly. Scott, I'll give you a copy. I'll give you guys both a copy of the slides. Everyone gets it. Behind the scenes, show a little things. Do you know who Galinda Baker is? Everyone does. Do you? Okay, do you? So she started off doing these things called posts from the Porsche, right? She would hold her camera and she'd be like, guys, it's Galinda Baker here, another post from the Porsche, and she would just tell a story about something that happened. Well, that evolved into short form video, where now it's on Instagram and TikTok. She made $100,000 GCI just off her TikTok videos, the referrals that came through there. So you can do a behind the scenes. You're going to a listing appointment. Tom always talks about standing in front saying, this is so great. I'm about to go I'm about to go talk to these people here and help them sell their house because they got to move to Florida in the next 4 weeks. This is going to be crazy. You want to come for the ride? That's it. People love that stuff. It's like $1 million listings, right? Like an HGTV show, right? Which I pretend is my life every day, but it's not. One day, exactly. That's right. One day. Sharing market intel is another idea, right? Galinda Baker, here we go. Showing your life. Find a way to share your life. Follow Jean Marie around, literally. Put your phone on a gimbal and just say, Mom, what's going on? What are you doing? Oh, I'm doing this, this, and this. Cool. Where are we headed? Tell me more. And just keep asking questions. Why? Why? Right? Because once you start getting deeper into the whys, you're connecting with people on more of a personal level. Why do you sell homes? To make money. Why do you want to make money? For your family. What's so important about your family? Well, I don't have a big family and I always want one. Do you see what I'm doing? I'm just getting into more of an emotional part. So, the next part here is knowing your audience. Who are you talking to? You need to know exactly who you're talking to, right? You can find this out through Instagram analytics, right? It'll tell you who your audience is, but then you should be able to construct an actual persona of who that person is. And again, you've heard me say this before, Heather, Mercedes. You should know who Rachel, the stay-at-home mom, is. You should know what her challenges are, I was talking to someone yesterday who's right inside my target demographic, and they're like, we have to be in Philadelphia by July. Oh, really? Tell me more. Well, we started a company. We're trying to move things over towards Philly. There's nothing on the market. Oh, it sounds like that's stressful. Oh, dude, it's crazy stressful. And we started having deeper conversations. I know one of the challenge and pain points that he's going through is he's got 2 small kids. School they have to stay in the same school until they move because he doesn't want to disrupt the family. And if I know all of this, if I know these things, I can then create content that speaks directly to it, right? You might say, how does the real estate rundown speak directly to those things? Easily. It takes a bulk of information that everyone else is saying, and it makes it entertaining. And if I can entertain someone for a few seconds, the message retention factor is going to be so much higher than if I just try to educate them and persuade them, because everyone's trying to do it. Knowing a larger buyer persona, Generation Y, this is just exactly what you need to know about the problems that Gen Y is having, right? This is taken directly from Tom Ferry. 76% of young buyers said the most valuable benefit their agent provided was helping them to understand the process. Oh, cool. Let's put together some content around that. Let's do something really quick and easy. And it's natural to you. How do you identify your target audience? Instagram analytics. Do you know how to access your Instagram analytics? We'll show you how to do that. Anybody else know how to access them? No? Yeah, okay. Yeah, of course you know how. Right. So you know how to tell the age, male versus female, right? Yep. So the way I think about it is that's up here. That's creating a big net it's a funnel. So the top funnel is men 40 to 52 years old. So you want to go down a step. Let's get in for more information. So you might send out an email survey to everyone in your sphere, just asking some easy questions. Hey, what's up, it's Scott. How are you, Drew? Hope you're well. Can you do me a favor? Can you just answer these 3 questions on Google? And it's just 3 questions on a Google form. Number 1, do you watch Netflix? Or how do you get your news? I get it from social media. Where? Facebook, and you ask the questions. Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok, etc. Cool. Next question. What's your favorite movie? They might put something in there. Scarface. Who's your favorite team? And then tells you maybe football, baseball. What I'm doing is I'm trying to find more about their likes. Maybe 4 people respond, and the answers are like, I use Facebook for my news. I like to watch, give me a movie, Colin.
Heat.
With Val Kilmer?
Yeah.
Great movie. I like to watch Heat, and my favorite team is the Jets. My life sucks. So, now, I might go out there, and I might just put out something that just talks about hanging out with my family, and I like the movie Heat, so maybe it's a movie night. Maybe I'm just talking to my phone. How many people out there love the movie Heat? I'm watching it with Val Kilmer. This is when he was a total badass. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to this. Say hi, Hunter. Boom. And of course, someone's gonna message and go, "You're letting your son watch Heat? What are you, nuts?" But I'll go back and I'll look through and I'll see how many people looked at it. I might make it an interactive poll and I'll see how many people said yes or no. And the more people say no than yes, okay, let's apply that learning to the next round of creative we make, the next batch of content. If they said yes, I might lean in a little bit further. What movies are like Heat? Okay, we might start talking about them, right? I might start leaning into the fact that I like it too, so I might start posting stuff about Jason Bourne, right? All I'm doing is testing. I'm listening to what people think, and I'm testing it over and over and over again. Real estate rundown. The part that I put in there with my son Hunter saying no, tested extremely well. People watched and they kept watching past that. So what did we do? We bumped that to the very front. So you get people interested even more. I want to hook them longer. And it's all from listening and applying. Face-to-face interviews, just talking to people. Colin, man, what kind of content could I put out for you that you're actually going to watch and find value?
So the type of content that I would watch
Yeah.
would be stuff that like I myself am entertained by.
Oh, cool.
Like a lot of times I feel like when content creators, especially real estate agents, make content, they always like to inform
Yeah.
the audience,
Yeah.
which is totally understandable. But a lot of times it comes across as like one of those like math videos that you see in high school that your teacher puts on when she's too hungover to teach.
Yeah.
And like this old Canadian guy going, and you see the tangent of square is C, and like
You're not listening.
no one really cares.
No.
No one really cares.
So then I might take that and then make content around it and see what's going to happen. See how that tests. Test, do it again. Test it, do it again.
And if it doesn't work, just try something else.
Exactly. If it doesn't work, try it something else. Because you don't have to be perfect. Perfection is a complete illusion. Okay? Now, Tactical Tuesday. This is something everybody should write down. Prompt Smart is a teleprompting app you can get on your phone. Thank you, Colin. I'll have you back up. Guys, Colin's amazing. Like, seriously. Colin goes to Montclair State.
Yep.
He's a filmmaker, videographer. Colin and I met. He's worked for the agency that I run. And he just does great work all the time. So, Prompt Smart. This is a teleprompter app for your phone. So if you come in to use the ring light, you can put it on the ring light and you can literally read from it and it will listen to your voice and it'll scroll. So you don't have to worry about trying to find something. Another one here is called SpeakFlow. SpeakFlow goes on your computer. It's a monthly subscription. I think it's like $4 a month. It's pretty cool. Basically, it'll do the same thing. It listens for you. And if you're on like a Zoom conference, right? So I'm doing one next month, and I'm just going to put my script or notes that I want on the screen. So I'm looking at the camera, but it's listening to me talk. So when we talk about where to shoot your video, Colin, where would you shoot a video?
I would usually shoot a video.
I asked Colin these things.
Yeah, I shoot a lot of videos for a lot of different clients, and one of the biggest problems that I come across is that they shoot a video next to a window. And it may seem great because you get some nice natural light.
Hold on, so okay, why? Why the window?
Well, I'm actually against the window.
You're against the window.
I'm against the window because you have no control over the lighting. If a rainstorm suddenly starts, your video is going to look totally different from the beginning to the end.
Like there's clouds,
There's
right?
Clouds
getting in. Yep.
I mean, the sun sets so early these days too, that like if you take 2 hours to shoot a video, which many people do, the end of the video is going to look totally different from the beginning.
So how do you?
So what I usually
combat
do is I try to shoot videos in a room where there's very few to no windows, sometime in the early afternoon, so you have somewhat of a good idea on what the lighting is going to be like, and try to just be able to control the lighting as much as you can.
So maybe they would use a ring light like we have here,
like
right? Or you can get some of the panels, right? The LED panels.
One of those LED panels. Oh, if you have one of those vanity mirrors in your bathroom with those lights around it, those give great lighting.
So you're saying
you don't even need to buy anything.
So hold on, you're saying shoot in a bathroom?
Yeah.
Doesn't that feel weird though?
No, not necessarily. You don't have to show the toilet or anything.
No, that's
like
right. So you could just zoom in,
you
right?
can just zoom in.
Right, you're looking in the mirror and you already get that perfect light.
Yeah. It's that simple.
So there's tactics, right? That's a little bit more on how to do it. Tactics. All right? So let's put it all together because we don't want to look like this guy when we're in front of the camera. I don't know how hard it was to find some guy that was actually wearing a mask or if we photoshopped that mask in there. Either way, it looks great.
Yeah.
So you're going to get the slides. Need some information? Here are 5 people who I respect immensely. Glenda Baker, Phil Gerdes, Chris Benyamin, Taya DiCarlo, Matt Leonetti. Matt Leonetti has the funniest Instagram stuff I've ever seen, right? It's just like literally, like he picks up the phone and like the person goes, let's see if I can get this right. Matt, and if you're gonna watch this, Matt, don't judge, right? He goes, he's like, oh, hey, Matt, we're looking for a 6-bedroom, 4-bath house on 4 acres, and we only want to spend $250,000. And he's like, okay, let me check the MLS. Oh, they're all sold. Oh no, when? In 1958, Susan, because they don't make that kind of house anymore. And it's funny. It's awesome. But you don't have to be that person, guys. You can be yourself. So I thought it'd be really beneficial to you guys if I brought in Colin and had him talk about how we make the real estate rundown and then how we can apply that to your content. Okay? So, Colin, I've introduced you. Come, the floor is yours. Like,
Thank you.
when we started with the real estate rundown, you're recording your audio, by the way?
Yes.
Okay, good. We wanted to do something different, right?
Yes.
We wanted to talk and make something that was more like this show.
Yeah. We actually took direct inspiration from this Snapchat series called The Rundown.
Yep.
Where this host just basically talks about celebrity and the dramas and so forth, and he also adds a lot of clips from popular media to spice things up. And so Drew and I were watching this, and we're like, wow, this would be a terrific way to introduce market updates because they can be so dry and so bland. And so usually when we're coming up with ideas for these episodes, it's like you said last night, like a game of ping pong. We're just spitballing ideas off of each other. And that could be like a lot, not only far more productive, but far more fun. Like if you go into a script writing phase with the idea of, all right, I need to get this done. It's time for business.
Right.
Let's get this done. It's not going to come off as natural. It's not going to come off as original. So just be playful when you come up with ideas.
I think like the playful and coming up with ideas is a huge thing, especially because we took our inspiration for the real estate rundown from somewhere outside of real estate.
Outside.
Like we wouldn't look inside real estate because I'm not Glenda Baker. I'm not Phil Gerdes.
And a lot of real estate agents that want to get into creating more content, they see someone like Glenda Baker and they're like, I can't be her. She's so natural. She's so nice.
Like she just said.
Yeah. Or one of my favorite real estate content creators, Matt Leonetti.
Yeah.
He's hysterical.
Yeah.
But, we can't take his formula because we're not going to do it as well as him. We need to create something that is original, but we can take from another source.
Right.
From something outside the real estate market.
Like I love this idea of bring something else in. I love the idea of, doing an update in a serious tone like Lester Holt. I think there's a video where I even slip into a British accent, and
Yes.
I honestly had no idea where it came from.
And it
but
wasn't
I went with
scripted
it.
either.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
It just happened. And do you know how many people talk to me and say that was a terrible accent? A lot of people. But you got to
But
be
it makes you memorable.
absolutely.
They remember that terrible accent, and they're like, "That was funny."
Yeah.
I want to go see more terrible
I wanna
accents
see it
from
again.
Drew next Monday.
It's not that bad, okay? I like to think it's kind of good.
I think it's pretty good.
But it brings me to my next point.
Yeah.
Being yourself, but be magnified. This guy, right? I like to think of him as awesome. Do you think he's always this gregarious and over the top in real life?
No.
I do not. And he even says so in his book. He's not. He even talks about.
No
it.
amount of caffeine can do that.
Right.
It would be exhausting.
But it's a character. He's playing a character. So it's being yourself and magnifying those traits on camera. That's what people want to see, right?
Yes.
So like we'll go through take after take for the real estate rundown.
And sometimes I would just say,
Yeah.
Drew, it's a little low energy.
Right.
That's not really going to hook people. Or on the reverse side, sometimes I'd be like, all right, that's a little too high of energy. Maybe we want to tone it down.
You're scaring people.
No one
Stop.
gets that excited about property tax, Drew. All right?
Bring it down.
Let's bring it down.
And that's
You know?
what happens,
Yeah,
right?
that's what happens.
So we start up here with, hey, it's the real estate rundown. And then we end up bringing it into,
a little bit more of a melatonin.
right.
And then we bring it up again. You know, like we don't want the same tone throughout the entire video.
Yeah.
We always talk about consistency and how we want our audience to know who we are, which is great and all. But once again, we don't want to be the boring math professor in a high school class.
100%.
We don't want to have the monotone voice and talk about,
Yeah, Colin was like,
tangent, squirrel, you know.
that just sounds boring.
Thank you for watching my video. Thank you for enduring my video because I know it sucks. We don't want to be that person.
We don't want to be the one who creates those updates where you're just talking directly to camera and really kind of being boring. You want the energy. You want Jimmy Joseph energy when you're on camera. What's up, Jimmy? Hey, I love that jacket, by the way. Looks super comfy and warm. I like it. Yeah. My wife got me one just like it. Sorry, my ADD kicked in. But I love, Colin was like, Drew, why don't you do like a really corny look to the camera, right?
Yeah.
So and I did a look to a camera, and then you added a bum, 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 and I start talking. And people love it because it's funny and because it's predictable. You know what to expect.
And during the time that Drew was filming that, there was probably some part of him that was like, this is absolutely ridiculous. Why am I doing this head tone? This is stupid. But you know what? With videos like this, sometimes the times where you feel the most stupid, you come up with your best ideas.
Say that again.
Sometimes when you feel the most stupid and the most insecure, the ideas that you come up with are golden.
Absolutely. Why? Because growth happens.
Growth happens when you're uncomfortable.
We've never said that to each other before. That was
Yeah.
good. Then
That wasn't even scripted.
you
Yeah.
just finished my sentence.
Man.
Now, so you want to keep the attention. Always keep the attention. Hunter, no. Right? Has
Yeah.
anyone else seen Hunter saying, my son saying no in a video? It's absolute. It's gold. Like that happened Christmas morning. I asked him to look at the tree, and he goes, no. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to put this in so many videos. Right? And so that's what we have to do. Like, how do you, if they're doing their own show, or when we do the real estate rundown, how are we keeping attention in that first 2 seconds?
Well, a lot of times you're splicing clips from other popular media. Mm-hmm. And if you
Tell more about that. Give an
just
example.
take a 4-second clip from, say, a big show that's going on right now. My favorite show right now is Succession. I love to put it in real estate rundown. It has a lot of cursing, so I try to avoid it.
Yeah.
But even in more appropriate, even in the more appropriate, so that everyone knows that part of like our vernacular, like SpongeBob. Everyone's seen an episode of SpongeBob.
Mm-hmm.
SpongeBob's entertaining. So a lot of times when Drew's explaining something, I'll cut to a clip of Patrick Starr saying, "Makes sense to me." And
People know
love
what that is. And then you know what? That goes a little bit deeper too on how many people have seen Stranger Things, right? The show, right? Nostalgia. Nostalgia is an incredibly powerful marketing tool right now. You're going to see a lot of nostalgia in the Super Bowl ads that are coming up because it reminds us of a time pre-pandemic when we were careful or comfortable, not careful, and safe, right?
Back when a cough couldn't kill you.
Right, exactly. And the last thing here is consistency.
Yeah.
We started a show and we said what? We were going to put it out when?
Every Monday at 6 p.m.
Every Monday at 6 p.m. Why?
Because then your audience can actually like delegate out a time to watch the show.
100%.
You know, like let's think of the biggest TV shows out there. We're always excited to see that show at that certain time when it came out, before streaming services. In the 90s, everyone loved seeing Friends.
Consistency.
And they would always release an episode. I wasn't born in the 90s, but I guess every Sunday night or something like that, maybe. I don't know. I'm used to streaming
Oh my
services.
God! How young are you? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
42. I just exfoliate a lot. You know?
But Colin, like I can't. That's so much work. I'm selling 70 homes a year. I have a family.
Yes.
What do I do?
Oh, you treat it like something that you need to get done before you get out to work. Like a lot of people, including Drew, wake up extremely early, but you don't
Kids.
even kids.
Yeah.
But you don't even need to wake up that early. You just need to get up, say, all right, between the hours of 8 and 8:30, I'm just gonna create content.
So let me pause you.
It may suck. Yeah.
So block it out in your calendar.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
Right. And
yeah.
what about batching your content?
Oh, totally. What we do all the time is we write scripts for about like 4 episodes, so we can shoot all 4 of those episodes during one day.
Right.
Well, Drew's schedule isn't super busy, which is usually most every day because Drew's always super busy. But he still finds time to create content because he blocks out that time. There's 24 hours in every day. No matter how busy you are, you can always find time to make
I
content.
think he's either going to be a Tom Ferry one day, or he's going to be like a Tony Robbins, or like a Tristan, or like one of those people in that ecosystem. But
Oh, Drew Thompson.
oh, this is great. This is why I have him follow me everywhere. You know? Okay, so what about writing that script?
Yes.
Right? Do some people in here feel like you don't know what to say? Right? How do you do that? How can you make that super simple? It's only going to take somebody 5 minutes to do, 10 minutes, 30.
Oh, you just look up the most important. All you guys have so many wonderful sources to find what market updates are like. And so you take something like that and you break it down into how you would say it, how you would explain it to someone with a 5-second attention span. Like sometimes when Drew
3-second attention span.
Sometimes when Drew writes scripts, I feel like he has the mentality of how would Hunter like to
Yeah,
listen to this.
absolutely.
And it works like that.
But I'm not going all the way. I'm not going, Hunter, here's it. No. No, I'm just saying it simply enough that he understands
that
it.
he would listen to it.
Because we
you
always
know?
say, if you can't understand it and explain
Yeah.
it simply, you don't understand it.
No, you don't. Like a lot of people, they want to sound smart when they're on camera. They
100%.
want to feed their ego, and they just want to use very big college words to explain market updates. Well, people aren't going to watch that.
No.
They're just not. They're going to be like, oh my God, this guy's so full of himself. I'm just going to swipe right. Did
you ever watch Chris Kwan? Have I sent you his
No,
stuff?
I haven't.
So Chris Kwan's another agent in the ecosystem, and he explains things so simply, but he does it in a way that you're just like, oh, that's so interesting and so informative. And his video edits are really, really, really good.
Yeah.
But again, I'll send you a link to that inside of here. So, okay, anything else you want to leave?
Well, consistency is key.
Yeah.
But sometimes you're just going to have an inordinately busy week where you're not going to have time to shoot that video content. A family crisis, an extremely busy week at work,
Hunter's birthday.
Hunter's birthday, and
Guilty.
and you just won't be able to create that content. But instead of just saying, oh man, I didn't release that episode last week, I'm such a big dumb poo-poo head, you come up with an idea, an incentive to create an even better video the week after. Say to your audience, hey guys, I'm really sorry, I wasn't able to make the video next week, but that's because I've been working on something so good for next week,
Yeah,
something that's really going to knock
absolutely.
your socks off. Because that would be more anticipation, more time. Like I said, my favorite show on TV right now is Succession, and season 3 just
I was
finished.
about to say, didn't it just come back out, right?
It did just
Yeah,
come back out,
yeah.
and the season ended. And now I can't wait for the next season. And the more time you give them to wait, the more excited they'll get.
So I'm going to take what you just said. I'm going to flip it the other way around. Let's say you forget to do a Monday show, right? How many times have you watched, like, Seals is one of my favorite shows. And it's
Yeah.
like new episodes every Sunday. And then it's like, oh, but the next one's 2 weeks from now. And you're like,
Yeah.
oh, man, I'm so excited to watch it.
Yeah. It's something that your
You
audience
look forward
will
to
look
it.
forward to.
Yes,
Get
yes.
excited about.
Yes. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Guys, give him a big round of applause.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Thank you.
What's up?
If you must miss a Monday, Do you either put a teaser on it, you'll be back the following Monday?
I love it. That's a great
Yeah.
question.
So people don't come there to a blank, or have you ever considered a rerun?
Yes, great question. So I was going to contact you on Sunday,
Yeah.
but then I felt really bad about doing it. I was going to say, hey, let's put together a blooper reel, right? That we could use in between episodes sometimes. But that's an idea because you have all of this video and you can cut it into different ways. So maybe it's a rerun, right? This Monday, I did just a clip from last week's episode.
Yeah.
And I even said, sorry, I don't have this, but I thought that the clip I shared was actually pretty impactful. And it got people commenting, right? People started leaving comments under it, which is what you want to see because that's truly engagement. And that's when Instagram's algorithm goes, people like this, show it to more people organically. Cool?
Also, when you admit to your audience that you weren't able to make that episode that week, that just makes you more human.
Yes.
And more likable.
Yes. I'm
You
so
know,
glad you said that.
That they don't want to be listening to this perfect robot that is just able to produce content every week. You know, like we know, your audience knows that you have a busy life. So instead of pretending that you don't have a busy life and that you have everything together, just admit that you're human. I'm sorry I wasn't able to make content this week. Here's a blooper reel. Here's all of my mistakes from the previous weeks. And people will find that extremely funny and they'll say, wow, this guy's really humble. This guy can laugh at himself. I like someone who laughs at himself.
Exactly.
I want to be with a real estate agent who can laugh at himself.
He's like me. I laugh
Yeah.
at myself too. We're best friends.
Exactly.
Right? You know, or like maybe you can have a hook, right?
Yeah.
What's the hook? What's the one thing you say, right? Maybe this is Scott. What's another word that like Scott's take, but with an S? Scott's survey?
Scott segment.
Scott's segments?
Yeah.
Or
Scott Saturdays.
Scott Saturdays.
Yeah.
Welcome to Scott Saturdays. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about the market right now inside of my Porsche. By the way, I love my Porsche. The new Macan that just came out, slightly different than mine, but if you're thinking of ever driving in one, call me. I'll let you test drive my car.
Oh, Sunday nights with Scott.
Sunday nights with Scott. See?
That's
This
so
is
catchy.
that is
Everyone,
it. I
everyone
like
gets fit for
that.
Sunday night. Also,
Yeah.
I'm going to watch football on Sunday night with Scott.
That's actually
This is
really
my
cool.
type of weekend.
Alliteration.
People
Without.
people love alliteration,
Yeah.
right? Man, you just got free stuff. Sunday nights with Scott. You're playing off of football Sundays, and it's a great time.
Yeah.
But what about with Susan? Saturdays with Susan's?
Saturdays with Susan, maybe.
Sunday nights with Susan.
Sunday and Susan does sound pretty good together. Maybe. Yeah.
Or
On Sunday.
Susan on Sunday.
Sunday.
Or syndicated with Susan.
Yeah.
Ooh, syndicated. That sounds kind of catchy. I wonder what you're syndicating.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And once again, this is just spitballing.
Yeah, this is what we do, right?
Yeah.
We have weekly creative meetings where we'll talk about the upcoming month. And I'll be like, oh, hey, did anyone see Antonio Brown walk off with his shirt off? How can we use that? That's so
Yeah,
funny.
That is so. Yeah,
Right?
and like basically, and once again, during these creative meetings, a lot of ideas are really stupid. Sometimes I say things to Drew, and I'm just like, did that really come out of my mouth?
Right? And then I'll say it back to him, like, did that really come out of your mouth?
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
But once again, like, we need to get through those terrible ideas.
Right, to get to
the
something good one, right? Because then
Yeah.
we'll just start going with it and going with it and going with it. And then we're like, oh, look what we found.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going on a tangent. This is what we love to do and have fun with. But this is the most important thing here. Okay, if I can leave you with this one thing today, read this slide. Is that laughter is the best medicine for the soul. If you can make someone laugh or entertain them for even just a few seconds, you're giving them the opportunity to step out of whatever stress or reality or situation they're facing and maybe give them a chance to see that their circumstances just aren't that serious and it's going to be okay. How many people watch The Real Housewives? How many people watch $1 Million Listings? You watch it, you're stepping out of your reality, you're entertained. And you're like, man, man, it's not so crazy, right? I can't believe I just lost my job. It's not so crazy. Did you see her on The Housewives? Oh my gosh, their life's a train wreck. Mine's great, right? So that's what you have to do with your content, right? So that's it. Now, what I want to do is I want to give you guys something you can leave with content-wise. Is everyone okay to kind of step out of their comfort zones? I mean, like, really step out of your comfort zone. Like Jimmy has no problem.